he's always working. He's got a broken arm that's healing, and geez, he's going to be moving here very soon. I love that. He is always present. And so I just want to publicly say, thank you. Thank you. I'm not really my brother. I'm kind of more your mother because, you know, I'm old enough to do that. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. But I have a song here and I'm going to play it in just a minute. But today we have so many exciting things to be thankful for. You know, with everything going on in the world, there's a lot that we have to be thankful for. When we're safe. We don't have a terrorist group mostly in our face. And yeah, the world is in a lot of disarray right now. But we have hope, trust, and a plan, don't we? And I'm really, really thankful that we have this fabulous opportunity to share with the world a business opportunity, an opportunity for new friendships, new relationships, new life. We have an opportunity for fabulous products that keep our bodies well and keep our bodies healthy. And you know, Nick, looking good. And so I'm so grateful. And so welcome to Thursday morning, our call. And it's time to level up, time to join that level up movement with New Age. I believe we are live streaming on Facebook. We're recording, so we are set to go. My name is Robin DeMio, and I have been leveling up my life for about 7 years, and a little bit more at times and a little less at times. But it has been a journey for me. And, you know, I needed something that was going to really help me in my body, because 7 years ago, right now, I was having a bridal shower and I wanted a beautiful cake. And I'm a person of faith. Like, I have a pretty good relationship with my Lord. And so we have chats all day long. And so I was saying, hey, I really need to get this cake. I need a good cake, a beautiful cake. And he told me who to get it from. And I was like, I don't even know this woman. She's on Facebook, but I don't really know her. But I trusted. And so I ordered this beautiful cake and went over to pick it up. And she was so darn cute, I couldn't stand it. And a lot of you Africans know who I'm talking about. And she was just so welcoming and so inviting. And so when I was leaving, she gave me a brochure about a product, and I kind of rolled my eyes. Like, have any of you ever done that? Where you felt like almost offended that somebody would intrude to offer you a product? Well, let me just tell you, I had to get over it, because that was one of the ways that I was being helped for something that nobody else knew that was going on back here, where my life needed a little bit of change, because I had been sick up and down for about 10 years. And I'm not talking, I didn't just have little sniffles. Like, I was bedridden for a while. And, you know, that was starting in my 40s and going into my late 40s. And so that product, little did I know, was going to be one of my staples in my life. And so I kind of, discarded it. I really didn't pay much attention. And then a couple months later, when I was taking handfuls of supplements, trying to get better, because when I did go to the medical community, and some of you can relate to this, I went to the medical community and they didn't really, I went to the emergency room and they didn't really give me any tests. they just asked me a couple questions. And here's what that looked like. What's going on? And I started bawling. I fall to the floor. I'm crying. I said, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. And I didn't know what was wrong. And he said, oh, you're depressed. So he wrote me a prescription for that. And then he said, and what else is wrong? Well, I don't know. I have all this fear. Okay, you're anxious. Gave me a prescription for that. And then sent me on my merry way. But that wasn't the issue. I wasn't depressed. I wasn't anxious. Or actually, I was, but those weren't the real issues that were going on in my body. What was going on is that my endocrine system was really shot. And that just means my glands that cause me to function. So my adrenals, I was on adrenal overload and exhaustion. When you have adrenal overload and exhaustion, you get irrational fear. And when your thyroid is all wacky and you have an autoimmune disease where your body isn't releasing enough thyroid hormone, you're depressed. And I'm telling you, it was no fun because I didn't have energy and all of that. And so I took those medications, and then I had some very, very severe reactions in my body functions that we're not going to talk about right now. And so I just threw those pills away. And then I started to pray. And lo and behold, I went to a naturopathic doctor, and he's the one that told me how bad a shape I was in, and that my body was really not able to sustain itself because I didn't have the nutrition it needed and it wasn't functioning well. So all that to say that when I was taking all those supplements, I was asking for a better way. And then I had 4 different people say to me, you should check this thing out. You should check this Limu thing out. And so I called Tammy back and I went to her house for an event. And wow, it was amazing. It was really amazing because the people were so beautiful and they were so friendly and kind. And there was a lot of food there, even though that's just because of the event she was doing. But they gave me real information about some products that really work at a cellular level. They gave me information about a financial opportunity that could actually change the trajectory of my life. And I really didn't let anybody know that. I just kind of stored that in the pockets of my heart. And why was that important? Because in my journey, the reason I was sick was because we had gone through devastating loss. Anyone here gone through devastating loss? I mean, we lost our home, we lost our truck, my husband lost his really good job, and that's why we lost all those things. My health insurance was gone, and then my health started slipping. And isn't that the progression? It happens that way. You know, one thing starts, and then it's a snowball effect, or it's a domino effect. And so I was thinking in the back of my mind, I wonder if this could actually help me, if this could help our finances. Because I still had 3 small kids in the home. 2 of them were out of the house already in school, but I still had 3 kids at home, and we needed to provide a way. And so when I looked at this opportunity, it was another time, just like now, that Nick and I are going to discuss. And it was when opportunity met destiny. When opportunity met destiny. And when is that? That is the opportune time. I call it the Kairos time, God's appointed time. That's the Kairos time. Right now, we are in one of those times, God's appointed time. It's our time to get better health. It's our time to grow our finances so that we don't feel like we are in danger of a collapse in our household. It is an opportune time to grab the community around us, all around the world, because, Nick and I, we don't live in the same even country. And so we can actually be a community. We can support one another, as well as many of my friends here on the Zoom. So I jumped on board. I started seeing a health benefit right away, very quickly. And then, and I started sharing with my friends, because that's what we do, don't we? We share with our friends the things that we love or that are working for us. So I began to share with my friends, and then I started making money. Now, some people don't have the money to get started. Well, I didn't either. And at that time, we had a much higher price point than we do right now. It was $500 or $1,000. That was it. Two choices to get started. We didn't have any other choice. And I knew the best way for me was going to be the biggest choice, the biggest box. Well, I didn't have the money, but I knew somebody who did, who would loan me some money. And that was my daughter. And she loaned me the money, and I got the big pack. So the rest is history. I started earning a lot of money, and I'll share that a little bit later with you. But right now, what I want to do is I want to just share my screen, and I want to introduce to you somebody who I have not met in person. And I'm going to say, I really love this guy. Like, I really think that we're brother and sister. You know, I mean, we are brother and sister, probably from the crazy side of the family. and I, you know, I like to choose a song that is kind of appropriate for that person's personality. Okay. And I could not choose a better song, even though this song is very popular. It's been overused many times, but I'm going to share my screen so that you can all see him. And then I'll come back to his, to our shared screen. But listen to this. This is your song, Nick. You know what song this is, don't you? Because every time I see Nick, he's happy, right? He's always happy, he's joking. Here we go. Happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Anyway, Nick is, wow, he is an amazing guy. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. And I'm going to just share because, you know, I didn't really know Nick. I didn't really know who he was. And he just shared a little bit about, so Nick is an amazing businessman. And one thing he did want me to know is that he's a diehard Liverpool football fan, football supporter. I mean, are you kidding me? I'm not really a football fan, but he is. And so I support it. He has a son that's 19, a daughter who's 33, 2 grandkids, has a beautiful life partner that's in business with him. Her name is Marina. He comes from a corporate, I almost said corporate America, but it's not corporate America, is it? It's
corporate Africa.
Corporate Africa for 25 years. He's a residential property investor. He owns 2 soccer clubs. Wow, I didn't know that. And he's been in network marketing for 7 years now. And he also said, the chicks dig him.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, I want to welcome you on, Nick. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking your evening tonight and just sharing with us, because you have some wisdom with your experience being in corporate Africa for 25 years, for owning a couple of businesses right now, a couple of things that keep you busy. You have a busy life. You have a life partner that's helping you, or that you guys collaborate together to, excuse me, have a better business, a better life. And when I said that that opportunity meets destiny, I thought about my friends in Africa. I thought about, wow, it's the opportune time now, isn't it? And this is, and it's not just in Africa, that's the thing. But Africa is kind of on our radar. And so, Nick, I am just going to ask you if you would just, first of all, share your story. Tell us who you are. Share your story about what you love and how did you get in this crazy industry and how has it helped you for your future?
No, thanks, Robin. I'm honored to be on your Zoom. I was actually waiting for this day. You know, I said every single body has been invited to Robin's Zoom except me. And when I got the request, I said, the heavens have opened. The heavens have opened. I've done my preparation. Now it's time for the opportunity. My destiny has arrived on your Zoom. So now, so I started, well, let's go back. You know, in 2002, I was on holiday in South Africa, and I read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. It was a December holiday because our summers are in December. And on the beach, reading a book, I read this book, and that I can say was the beginning. That was the beginning, because when I came back to Johannesburg, because that's where I am, I'm based in Johannesburg in South Africa, I started buying up residential properties like I was going shopping in a supermarket.
Wow.
And I looked at this, but I said, you know what, I'm not just going to buy properties, I'm going to furnish them as well. Because there's too many people buying properties and renting them out. So there's not a lot of people that are actually buying up, furnishing and renting them out. Because over here, we have people commuting, we have people coming from overseas on a 3-month or a 6-month contract. They don't want to stay in a hotel, you know, they'll look for me, you know. So that's what I did. And I carried on going, no breaks. I was just buying. I had quite a number. And 2008 got the wake-up call.
Oh.
In 2008, I got the wake-up call. But, you know, I always believed there's two kinds of debts, right? This was my business. And although I went all in, I knew that if I had to get out, I could, because my properties were all in an affluent area, call it that. So I offloaded quite a number, but it was a lot. So I had to basically start again. You know, I had to start again. But thank God I was in the corporate world at the time. So the corporate world was busy. That was putting the bread on my table. Okay. The corporate world was putting my bread on my table. I was with one of the biggest corporate companies in South Africa. And I actually sold my business to them. As a matter of fact, I sold my business to them. They incorporated my business. And I signed a year contract that turned out to be 25 years. 25 years in the corporate world. Yeah. And I took the company that I was with. I was head of sales there. I took the company that I was with from doing 30 million Rand a year. What's that? $2 million a year to 280 million Rand a year. Now do your maths, whatever that is. You know, so, and this was over a period of 25 years. And I eventually said to myself, you know what? There's life after this. There's life after this. I can't work for a boss, because we went to a casual corporate function once, and one of the top guys in the company came to me, and we were talking there, and he said to me, I better take my leave because we can't accumulate leave. You know, we only allowed X amount a year, blah, blah, blah. And I said, do I need this? Here's a guy sitting on the top of this company, and he's counting his leave days. What must I do with this now? No. So I said, I'm tired of working for 30 days a month to get a bribe to work another 30 days. I said, I'm out of here. So I left. And I was on a sabbatical for 3 years, but my love for football didn't stop. Okay, my son was young then, so I started a football club, and I started another one after that. And he's big now, so he's not playing soccer anymore. But that was my love for football. And one day, one of the soccer dads came to me and said to me, I want you to come with me to a presentation. Now, he's one of my soccer dads. What I tell him? No. I said, okay, I'll go. Will I make money? come. He said, come and see. So I went there, and it was one of these, but live. It was a home party. Okay. I arrived there, same as you, and here was the projector and the presentation, and welcome to network marketing. That's where it started. Yeah. And then last year, February, March, we merged with Oryx. But the DNA company Mavi, with which I was with, that wasn't a fast mover in Africa. But I said to myself, even though, listen, we were quite a few, and in our industry, a lot of guys move around. They move around. I always believe in focusing in something, follow one course until successful. I believe in that. So I stuck around in Africa, even though it was myself and I see Gavin's on the call here. Myself and Gavin, we were the two Mavis in South Africa. That was us. That was the total Mavi representation. But I knew when the owner decides to do something one day, he's going to have an African representation. Now, I didn't know this was going to happen, but the DNA was going well all over the world. The demographics in Africa was not ready for it yet. So thank God I didn't rely on that for income. And lo and behold, I got the message that the company had merged. Okay, now what? So this was March. So between March, April, and May, myself, Lee, the ex-new business development manager for New Age, Lee Odendaal, remember him? We were chatting, and he sent me a contact name the one day. And it was Fruan Landman, Fruan's contact details. And he said, get out of these guys. There's a team active in South Africa. I said, oh, really? Okay. So I get hold of Fruan, and I'm talking to Fruan, and he says to me, you need to speak to my upline. So I thought, okay, I need to speak to his upline. Where's his upline? In Johannesburg? No, she's in Colorado Springs. What? Colorado Springs. How does that work? Anyway, so I found Erica. And I told her who I was, and I said, listen, I'm the other side in Africa, that you didn't know. So I'm the orphan. I hear you guys are operating here. You've got a little team going. She was, Erica, kind heart and all that. She says, Nikki, get on my Zooms, no problem. I said, okay, but you need to speak to my upline. I said, okay, who's that now? Where am I going? I said, no, her name is Tammy. I said, okay, let's speak to Tammy. Now, so I didn't speak to Tammy. Tammy sent me a message. Something like, not exact words, but why do you want to speak to me? Why do you want to speak to me? What's your game? Typically, and I know the network marketing industry. I knew exactly what she was thinking. Who's this guy? What is he going to do? Is he going to take my team? What is he going to do? Where did he come from? I said, no, I come in peace. I come in peace. Anyway, one thing led to another. Got on the Zooms. And that's where we flourished. I didn't do anything for quite a while because I believe, and that's your topic, Robin, you got to prepare. You got to prepare for the opportunity. And I loved, and whoever listened to Erica's actual talk yesterday on Abundant Living, where she spoke about breakthrough. And I believe we all in a breakthrough right now. We're in the breakthrough. Okay? The fact that we are presented with this opportunity is a breakthrough. We need to see that. We need to see that. And the result is when that green switch gets switched on. That's the blessing. Breakthrough is now. We're in it right now. And that's my story, Robs. That's my story.
Wow. So we're kind of, I don't call you an orphan. Well, you just have a different mother, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay,
I did not know that part of your story, Nick, about Mavi. I didn't know that.
Okay.
I just knew that you were part of RX in a different group. So I didn't know that. So thank you for sharing that with me. And isn't it beautiful that, you know, first of all, you know how business is, you guys, and we're just going to talk frank here, okay? We're going to just talk real, because in business, people can get jealous, you know, they can get selfish where they don't want to share. And isn't it beautiful that Erica and Tammy were so willing and able, you know, just open arms. They welcome you with open arms, even though you were there first, you know, but you were there under a different company, right? And the opportunity for all of you is fabulous. And that's very much, I mean, we're here in America. There are, you know, I don't even know if this is available to people in Africa, but there's so many network marketing companies. And just like you said, when you said, okay, I know how this works. I know what's going to happen here on this call with Tammy. It's like, oh my gosh, you know, but when you have a open heart and a willingness as a person to help those people in life, whether they're in your company, they're not in your company, it doesn't matter. If you sow those good seeds are going to come back to you. And just like you, Nick, like you're coming here to my Zoom, and I must apologize. I could have sworn you've been on my Zoom before. Maybe it's just because. Maybe it's just because I see so many Zooms, and you know we interact. We also have interacted aside of my Zoom, but so I'm glad you're here. But you know, if we can operate our businesses with open hearts and think about who can we help, right? Who can we help? And so, you know, you can help people that I can't reach. You have a different echelon of people that I cannot reach. And I have a different sphere of influence that you cannot reach. But the beautiful thing is that everyone needs better health. Everyone around the world needs better health. Everyone around the world, I don't care how much money you have. Now, I want to address or just speak to the part of you that's the entrepreneur. Because when you saw the opportunity years ago before network marketing and you were building a real estate empire, right? You said, I read the book and you thought about how can I make this work for me? You went out, you started purchasing properties, you know, like you were in the supermarket, and you furnished those places. You provided a service for somebody who needed it in a big way, right?
Absolutely.
But you also had an open mind, or did you? About other opportunities, right? So tell me about having an open mind. Tell me about an entrepreneur's mindset and having multiple streams of income.
You see, Robin, when you understand passive income, and you're sitting, and I always use this analogy. I said, when you can sit at home with a glass of, we better be careful what we say here, a glass of Elite. Okay. Okay. When you sit at home with a glass of Elite, and you're busy watching your football, and your phone starts messaging you, rent in, rent in, rent in. You know, you're on the right track. That's passive income. Okay. So that is what carried me over my sabbatical until this arrived. And it was like, you know, yes, okay. So I met Tammy, I met Erica on the Zoom, and I started attending every single one of her Zooms, Todd Rowland's Zooms, Australia's Zooms, Europe's Zooms. I was on Zooms 24/7. If anything had to happen or was happening, Lee used to phone me, Nick, what's the latest? What's happening? I used to tell him, because I made it my mission to know exactly what was going on, because I felt this opportunity. I got to grab it. I got to grab this opportunity, and I have to prepare for when I take off here. Because if you're not prepared, you're not going to see the opportunity when it comes. You're not going to see it.
Right.
You're not going to be able to grab it. So at the end of the day, I needed to make sure that that I was ready, set, go. Okay. And thank goodness, Gavin and I were the first. And I had COVID in January. Very bad COVID, actually. I nearly didn't make it, but I'm here. Thank God. I'm here. Yeah. But as soon as I could write in that hospital, I was signing people up. I didn't stop because I know my why. I knew what I needed to achieve. I knew what I had to do. That's why Zig Ziglar's got a famous thing. If you want to be at the top of your game in your life, you got to help as many people as you can get to the top of theirs. And that's what I strive to do. The Greeks call it philotimo. Philotimo means when you come into my house, don't bring anything. I will feed you because you come into my house.
Yes.
And that's it. So you want me to help you? I'm going to help you, because if I come to you, I'm going to expect the same.
Yeah.
It's not a tit for tat. That's how it is. And I saw the opportunity for Africa, for South Africa. And I instilled that on my team, on the people that joined me. Nothing happens for nothing. Nothing happens just because it's going to happen. You have to put your time in it. You got to put your time in it, and you have to have confidence in yourself. You cannot use the term "I can't." You got to say, "How can I?" You got to. People will say to you, and who was it? Aaron Decker. The other day he said, when people say, "Why me?" It's not why me. It's why not you?
Right.
Why not you? What's the problem? And that's what people need to see. And that's the advantage of us. The family that we've actually become, doesn't matter where you are on this earth. Mm-hmm. It's as if you're right here. You can do business with anybody and everybody and help everybody. It doesn't matter where you are.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And so I have another question. You said something when you were just introducing yourself and telling your story, and that is, you were putting bread on the table. I love that sentence, because when we offer a network marketing opportunity, when we offer New Age to someone, and I want you to respond to this. So if I know that you are putting bread on the table in your career, like you have 25-year business, or maybe you're like Bob and you're a dentist, and you Nick understand the beauty of passive income, because when I'm sleeping, I'm earning passive income, because when I first came into my business with Lino at the time, we worked hard. I worked day and night a lot of times, but now I have that income that comes in. I still work, but it comes in when I'm sleeping. Just like you said, the rent's in. So that's so your main business or your job is putting bread on the table. And so when we offer an opportunity to someone, we're not expecting them or even wanting them to quit the job and jump over here, right? How do you do that? Like, I know how to do it, but I want you to, Nick, to explain to people, like, what does that look like? How do I fit in something when I'm working a full-time job? You said you were on things 24/7 many times, and you're working your job, putting your bread on the table. But the bread on the table, or the business that keeps the bread on the table, is just that. It's paying your bills. How do you build a fortune? How do you build an empire with New Age when you have a full-time job?
So New Age, when you're in the corporate world, I used to buy a lot of businesses, not for myself. In the corporate world, we used to acquire businesses. And what did we look for? We looked at the the EBITDA, the cash in the business. We looked at the people, the management. We looked at the product, and we looked at the sustainability of the business, right? We have the Bill of Rights. We have the product. We have the cash. We have the management there. We have the integrity, and we have I think the most important thing is the compensation plan. We have the best compensation plan in the world. So when I looked at that, and that ticked all the boxes, right? I said, this business and the people with this business, you can have fun. And I believe in that. As long as you have fun, I've got a lot of things going. There's a lot of irons in the fire with me, right? I've got a lot, but I have fun in my life, you know? Funny makes money. I always say it. Funny makes money. So I'm having fun talking to people about what I do, getting them on board. Okay, that's how I built my team over this period of 18 months, from 1 to 3,000. You know, and that's because I didn't go out there selling anything. I went out there telling the stories, and like we say, redirecting the spend, because people are spending it. And at the same time, the money will come in at the end. So I'm not even thinking about the reward. I'm making sure that my team is doing what they have to do. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to be the sole winner here. Everybody must win.
Yes.
You know? So that is it. You got to have fun doing what you're doing, because eventually it's going to be your full-time job.
Yes.
Because this business creates the most millionaires every single year.
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Yes. Well, I love that. I love that. What was it you said? You just said something, and of course it flew right out of my head. But when we share with other people, that is what enriches our life. That is what, you know, one team, one dream. But if I don't help somebody, I don't have a team.
Yeah.
And I haven't opened my home, so to speak, to my friends to come and dine with what I have. And so I love what you said. And so what I want to say to people who maybe love their career, maybe you love your career, and you know this too, Nick, and a lot of people on here know this. Not everyone is going to jump on board and go full time. Not everybody's going to do it. It's just not the way it is. So what are your needs? What if you're a guest here, or someone's invited you, you know, they saw something, the person that invited you saw something in you that thought maybe this opportunity could help you. And what is this opportunity? Well, sometimes I go through a presentation on here and sometimes I don't, and I'm probably not going to today, but we have this opportunity, and New Age is a company that is a global distribution channel with different products in the health and wellness field or industry that can help you to enrich your life. And so we aren't selling products necessarily, but we do sell product. We're not selling an opportunity, but we do have an opportunity that you can jump on board with. And what I love about this industry is that people from all walks of life can do this. I don't have a college degree. Like, I begged my high school teacher to graduate me because I had a baby a month before I graduated. And so, you know, you could have a college degree, or you could come from prison and you can work this business. It doesn't matter. And what I love about this is that people can work this in the pockets of their life, right? So if you have a full-time job, you can actually work this in the pockets of it. Maybe you take a break from your job, you know, at lunchtime, or maybe you work New Age in the evening. Maybe you're just sharing with a few people. Maybe you're building an empire. Like, you do want it to be a full-time job, right? And wow, Nick, 3,000 people, that's like crazy that you have invited 3,000 people into this opportunity, or at least those are the ones that said yes.
Yeah.
Right. So there's, I'm sure, lots and lots and lots more. But this is an opportunity where you said something else. Stories, you tell stories, because facts tell, right? I can give you facts. Here's the numbers. Here's what happens. And then stories sell, because stories are so much more interesting, because your story, Nick, is not my story. And you might not have a health story where you were in bad health for years and years and years, and then you got well because of a product. But you did get sick in January. You got the bug, you got the stuff. And thank God that you had enough immune system to fight off, or the doctors helped you, or whatever happened. Now you're building your empire even from your hospital bed. So you can do this from anywhere, right? You can do it from anywhere. You can link arms with anyone around the world. And of course, we want to encourage everyone here to, we want to encourage you to first take care of your body. If you're sick or whatever, we want to say, please take care of yourself, right? But how about opening opportunity for other people? And if you jump on board with us, it's pretty simple. And now in Africa, I believe until we actually officially press the go button, right? You guys, you don't have the things that are available to us in America, right, Nick?
But I must just say there that we know what we're getting here in Africa and in South Africa. So the fact that we don't have the product is actually going to work in our advantage, because we know the website is coming. We've seen it. We know what the website's doing, and that's our advantage. We see what's happening. Number one, we know the name. It's Hero. Okay, it's Hero. And in our business, in our industry, there's somebody out there that's looking for an opportunity. There's somebody out there that's looking for a hero. Okay.
Yes.
And you are the hero. You are the hero of your own business. You are there to give people a lifeline, because the pandemic is there. We know it's there, and we have the immune boosters. We have the detox. We have the weight management. We have the sleep to help you sleep, and we have the energy products. We know what products we're going to get, and we know the quality of the product. Okay, that's the beauty here. So for us, until we launch, lock and load, bring the people in, and just do that all the time. And when we go, we go.
That's right. Lock and load. I love it. Lock and load, because New Age is in the house, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
New Age is in the house. And so for all of you, now our time is at a close right now, but if I could just ask Nick, if you could say one encouragement to people, whether they're in the United States or Canada, Mexico, Europe, South Africa, wherever you are, Nick, what would you say to the world right now about, what would your closing remarks be as encouragement to people to maybe get some more facts or more information?
So I would say, if you're looking at starting this business, if somebody invited you and told you about this business, come and hear. If you're watching this recording, the only thing I can say to you, wherever you are in this world, when an opportunity comes, grab it. Even if you haven't seen it, this opportunity is something you must not let go by. Because what we have as a company and what's coming, the CEO himself has said, we are going to be the largest social selling and distribution company in the world. And that's not just in Africa, that's everywhere. So people losing their jobs, halving their salaries, losing their businesses, there's hope. Yes. There's hope. There's hope.
Yes.
Believe. Just believe. The plan
Yes.
is there. The plan is there. It's that button. It's coming.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
We're going to go.
Yay. Oh my gosh. That was so inspiring. And yes, get on board because, you know, we are on the way, right? Already. We're already on the way to the largest social selling company in the world. That says a lot.
You know, Robin, a $500 million a year company, $500 million, and they call it a startup. I mean, and nobody knows about us. Nobody knows about us.
Right.
You know? Just imagine. Just imagine. It's only up.
And only we have big imaginations, don't we?
Stay close to the fire. Stay close to the fire.
And, you know, I'm a person of faith. I've told you that many times, but there's a scripture that in the good book that says, I will do exceedingly abundantly above all you could think or ever even imagine. And that's where we are. Exceedingly abundantly above what you can imagine, because we have some of us have big imaginations, but we have little imaginations to what God has imagined for us. And so I want to encourage you all, if you are a guest here, jump on the level up movement. Leveling up just means being accountable to yourself and to other people, taking charge of your own life, taking charge of your finances, taking charge of your health, and, you know, hydrating your body every day, moving your body every day, introducing other people to what you have to offer so that they can have the same opportunity that you have, no matter where they are in the world. And so, Nick, I want to just say thank you so much for joining me today, and all of you beautiful people who came on board. And we just love and appreciate you. And I will see you next Thursday morning. You can unmute yourself and say goodbye. You're all amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will see you next week, same time, same place.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome
Thank you
Zoom,
so
Nick.
much.
Thank
Robin,
you so much, Robin.
Wonderful
Thank you, Nick.